Be muted so I can.
Okay, welcome.
Yes.
We gathered
Yes.
about your wrongdoings.
My wrongdoings, is that it?
Your wrongdoings, and you have to leave the internet for effective immediately. Because I don't think it's not going to be good for you. When you go in there, when people much pretty hates you, they force you to leave the internet, and you cannot even make an option to it, and you don't have any choices. It is up to what you have to do. You got to do the right thing. You have to leave the internet between it.
I see.
In fact, accordingly on Diana, stated it says you've been harassing a woman. Accordingly, between what's been effective, pretty much has stated one of the things by reports has been anonymized by victim, which stated the following statements of it, which accordingly has been you have not cared for her and cheated someone, which could lead them to heartbroken. And I think you've been doing a big mistake. And I don't appreciate what you just did. And what you did was kind of fucked, to be honest. And the thing you just caused, like, you done shit to, like, between what you doing and all that crap. Like, you just stated the following. Now you're going to ask the question, and what is the thing which you rather accept or what you have done?
It's gonna be hard to explain though.
Well, I don't think it won't be that hard when you explain it already. You have to explain fully, a detailed of what you did and what you did before and what is now.
I see. Okay. Okay. Sure. Sure. Let me think. You're aware about the allegations, right?
And I stated the following since Diana has stated it, what's been going on with you.
I understand her. Yeah. Um, Look, let me point this out. They're saying that I sexually now there were allegations about me being sexually, like I was sexually harassing them. I wasn't really like into a relationship or anything, and I did not cheat on Diana. I did not.
Okay, then why did she say you just cheated on her? Like, do you have any allegation? Like, do you have any actual thing of what you're doing, what you're doing into Diana, like Diana, like you already stated in this group?
I have not once cheated on her, nor did I cheat on anybody. I never once did that. Never once.
Is that true? Or something like that?
I don't think this is true. I don't.
Hmm. Not sure what. Then
You remember about the grooming allegations though? I clearly debunked the whole thing because if they're saying right, if they're saying that I'm grooming the if some of the people are saying that I'm grooming the minors, right? If they're saying I'm grooming the minors that I was quote unquote grooming, you know what I mean? Like the minors that people mentioned were actually legal adults. Legal adults. That's right. Legal adults. I'm sure you're aware of it. Cause the now I was in fact aware of K Boss and Kage's Visa's relationship because they were in their 20s. They were K Boss was
You mean
19.
you mean apologies for the disruption. You mean Cage Vista, correct?
Yeah, Cage Vista. Cage Vista and K Boss were. I think K Boss was 19. Cage Vista was 20. I did not groom them, nor did I harm them. And I'm just chuckling. I'm just chuckling.
I feel like I did not laugh. Accordingly, okay, what Diana stated of you is says when you regretted it, but you were friendly before that, dated each other. So you apparently think you did not date. Apparently, what Diana stated it. You think that you did not, but however, now she just calls you a in denial. It
Hmm.
sounds smells like a denial from you though. That's my
Hmm.
question.
Yeah, I was denying the allegation because I know that the allegation is false. I know it.
And I think what you did, you caused Diana heart to be shattered apart. And I don't
Wow.
think that is not a good move from you. I'm sorry, but you have fucked it up your move. That is the biggest fucking wrong move you have fucking did. Like literally, that is fucking unacceptable. That is not the way you just do.
Hmm.
Mm-mm.
I see.
Look, I know what I see. I know what you are seeing right now in this group. So you were trying, and you just cheated on her. Like you just claimed you didn't when Diana stated it to you, right between in those ears and mouth, into the words between your.
Let me point this out. Um, the woman that they say Keegan said that I was sexually harassing them. I did not sexually harass them. In fact, quite the opposite. The woman that they're saying I sexually harassed, I was telling them a joke, like I used the Barney Bunch and Pew Muppet related jokes in a way, and as like a way to flirt. I mean, they got the joke. The women got the joke. That Keegan mentioned got the joke. And why I'm saying this is because back in the time when I was like DMing them privately, I was joking about the sexual satisfaction. You know what I mean? Like the Pew Muppet sexual satisfaction, and like the time where he's like, what kind of piece of shit establishment is this? All I wanted was to get my sexual satisfaction. But no, they all had to deny it from me. Just for that, you can fuck off and let me be. Yeah. I'm done
Brad,
fucked up.
may I speak? Brad, you are feel free to talk in this discussion.
Feel free, Brad. Feel free, my boy.
I mean, like, you are feel free to talk in this discussion and call. I mean, like, you feel free to unmute your mic.
Now,
That's all you.
for example, I was in fact aware of Cage Vista and K Boss in having a relationship. I was aware of it. I was very, very aware of it. And to be honest, when I'm trying to say like the specific allegations that were like made against me, right? Um, it's kind of hard to explain. But the minors that now for I did ask them for a dick pic, but they declined it. I understood it. I respect them. I was like, you know what I gotta say. And yeah, Brad, you gotta listen to what I'm saying because I'm trying to tell the truth. I'm not here to like apologize or anything. I'm here to debunk all the allegations and addressing it to prove my innocence and tell you all my side of the story. Because if you all listen to my side of the story, you'll be able to know that I was innocent. All right? That's all I'm saying. So, um, now, oh wow.
Now, all right, according to what Diana stated to you, the reason why panic attacks, he dragged me into some shit. Don't want to be part of it. He pressured me a lot. So, so what? So you were pressuring so you were dragging Diana into some shit, and you've caused that she's been pressured because of you. Will that be allegation to your reasonable into without any denials?
That is a false
Possibly.
allegation, a defamatory statement. I wasn't trying to drag her into
Okay.
unnecessary drama. I was, in fact, trying to tell her the things that I'm dealing with, but show her the evidence. It's all I'm trying to say. I didn't drag anybody into unnecessary drama. I did not.
Okay, let me talk with the YouTube analytics statement. Okay. I have the real reason why that YouTube analytics is not a reliable source of information. Question is, why did you really use it for some reason?
I use it to like prove that my audience is like full of adults. You know,
Yeah, the thing is, YouTube analytics is my lie because they cannot but the problem is they cannot confirm when people lie about their age because they can still do it inaccurately. I checked it on my YouTube channel. I think because YouTube analytics doesn't really show what they rely. I did my research why that YouTube analytics is not reliable because I think it's indeed like broken.
yeah,
Like YouTube's been
completely
broken.
broken. Yeah, analytics suck. I feel like, yeah, you're
Yeah,
right. The analytics suck.
you know why Garo's shadow scale uses it? Because I think he's just a piece of shit, and I don't like that guy.
Now,
Yeah, you
it's
do
there
know
are
what?
some signs where kids there were truths where kids were like could be the kids lying about their ages. However, if if the kids were lying about their ages, I blame the parents for it.
Yeah, but like I'm tired of people using it as their number one reliable source of information. Here's
Yeah,
the thing on the internet:
that makes sense.
protect your sources. Here's the thing: protecting your sources isn't about an opinion; it's about being moral. That's the thing. Is
Morality wise.
yes, yeah. Okay, Chris, you're free to speak. I'm going to be unmuted.
So now there are more investigation. What's been happening to you? You said that I don't know if I can say. Apparently on YouTube video, there were some leaked screenshots about between you having a conversation. What Diana earlier stated that you were cheating on her, but it states that you were turned on and you were like you're stating that you were like on like you were saying that your between your dildo was hard at state the following statements that was shown on YouTube and it was leaked out. And then you stated the following thing between you having conversation between it, and they say that because the anime ass just turns you on, you get too hard.
Look.
What
Now
was that?
for let me
Was
tell
that
you
a
something.
reason?
What is the reason why I kept sending like the some of the SW fix to Cage Vista? Well, I think it was to like tell a joke, like a Barney Bunch related joke.
Okay, but I don't see any J's or a joke. But okay, I don't even know
Yeah.
what you're talking.
Now Barney Bunch. Now for the, I already know that Barney Bunch and Peter Muppet jokes are they're just supposed to be satirical in a way. They're supposed to be satirical. Like I'm sure of it. And Cage Visa was not a minor. I mean, Yeep Police 69 was lying. I can tell that he's lying because the minors that he said that they were grooming were legal adults. Legal adults. Now, when I tried to debunk the allegations, nobody listened to me because they think the allegation was true. and they said that I was like a child groomer or something like that. Even though I haven't groomed a child. I have not.
Was Yeet Police was being honest? I'm giving out a correction. Was he being honest or was he not being honest?
I don't think he was honest, cause
Okay, okay then.
cause
But
the cause he's like
uh,
cause he's like saying that I groomed the minor, even though it was obvious that I was trying to tell him the truth that the minors that he said I was grooming were actually adults. Cage Visa was 20 years old, and severely depressed was 25 to 26 years old.
okay, okay, Chris. Yeah, I'm going to let Brad speak. Brad, you can feel free to unmute your mic whenever the fuck you want. I'm in mic. Here you go. I will be muted, so Brad, you can speak.
Hmm.
Right. All right, Julian.
Why? Hello
I
there,
got
Brad.
I got a thing. Question. I kind of heard from Diana or say that you're sending some like explicit, like sexual role plays to them.
Hmm. No, I wasn't in a sexual roleplay with them. I wasn't.
They told me that like while like on Rainbow Doggy Unicorns on her period and shit, and saying that's what I heard from the call and shit, and said and and she said this. Oh, you want me to like do like you know what or what the fuck?
Yeah. I did not know. Yeah, I was aware about her period, though. I was aware.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I was aware about her period. I was aware about that. I was aware.
All right. All right, Chris, you can speak.
Okay.
I have the authority to tell anyone else to speak. So yeah, I might know there's a group leader, but I have the authority to actually tell people what to speak or what not to speak.
All right.
Well, that's fine, BSA. You don't. That's fine. You can type in text for that.
I mean, you don't need to talk if you don't want to.
Yeah. So, Chris, you are free to speak. I'll be muted.
Now, you heard what Brad stated. So you did and no. Okay, so now what you now. So not only you just said because you did show, but you did show a dick and masturbated into a water bottle, stated correctly. And you just asked her that you just want to show undies, that she tells you no because she's on period. But then you stated that you didn't know she's on period and you could have at least noticed and then just turn off the camera before. So was there any allegation why you did show with the water bottle you masturbated into to by Miss Rainbow? Do you have any allegation?
Ah, what was that? The allegation?
Mm-hmm. What's
Hmm.
been going on with you?
Now, I used a water bottle to like as a way to like make sure like the just to make sure the comb is clean. Just to make sure that I don't have to like wash the comb from my hands and stuff, and and I was doing an NSFW session with her. Like I understood why she was uncomfortable, but I had to think. But I was like, I only do this whenever she's only comfortable. You know what I mean? Only when she's comfortable. She was 24 at the time. I did not sexually harass her, nor was I trying to push her. I did not.
Hmm. Well, we'll find that out. We'll find out why.
Let's wait until Diana Garcia decides. So I'll let Diana answer the if Diana will answer if it's true or not, then we're going to have the most answer. We're not gonna pick what we decide because I might choose the decision to what I pick, okay?
Got it. I understand you.
Like just like the same thing when I was talking to Brian a little earlier. Like I don't want to bring up Brad's past, but I'll just respect his wishes. But it's whenever it is to decide. Brad, your turn to speak.
Okay, here's another question. From what I heard in those allegations, hmm, I heard a lot of people are like saying this shit on like Discord. Like those two other people, like the people that did some fucked up shit.
Hmm.
What I won't dig in detail. Okay, I'm gonna say this. I heard that like people are saying this that you're making that Drew Pickles out of mine or another shit. Or was that true and shit?
You mean the Drew Pickles video out of a minor? You say.
Yeah,
Okay,
like
so the Drew Pickles video out of a minor. Now, like I think I remember saying this because hello, welcome.
Say you are feel mute the mic, please, so we can let Brad talk. Well, because I have the authority. If I'm not meant to be, I'm not trying to force people, but we don't want the discussion to be completely disrupted. I mean, like we are ready. We don't want the discussion to be disrupted. So
Yeah, we don't
whenever,
want anything disrupted.
yes, as the authority really says, but I'm not the owner of the group because I'm the choice. It kind of reminds me I'm in a court case, so people in this VC, like the first one, all right, all right, all right. So I'll be like the court leader for this. It's not like I'm doing this in real life. So, so Sade, I mean Sade, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
you want to
You'll
make
feel
you
free.
may
You'll
want to make
feel
your
free.
mic.
You will feel. I think I will. I'm not being rude or anything, but you have to mute your mic. We don't want our discussions to be disrupted with Brad right here.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
don't we
I'm
don't
in the
want
middle of
any
something.
we don't want distractions. All right, Sade, go. All right,
All
go.
All
right.
right, continue.
All right.
Carry
So
on
what it
talking, Brad.
All right, continue on what you're saying earlier.
what was it?
The one where you make Drew Bagels out of minor or some
Now
shit like that.
the Drew Pickles videos out of minors, they were supposed to be jokes. A way to like piss. A way to like take a piss out of them, in a way. I wasn't really grooming them. I never once groomed them. The Drew Pickles videos were meant to be satirical, in a way. Not meant to be taken seriously, nor was grooming in either way.
Is this complete utter honest, or is this truth in
Honest,
suggest?
honest and
Okay.
truth. And Drew Pick, and even if there's minors in Drew Pickles videos, it's still a joke regardless. Like a Drew Pickles joke regardless. It's still a joke because in Drew Pickles videos, the whole point of Speak Warning videos is their humor and absurdity, like toilet humor done right. Like hey hey, something like that. And I did not. And let me point this out. The Drew Pickles videos that I made out of minors, like Vlad, Ivan, Kenny Anime, and Adrian, I did not groom them. I did. I made those videos to like make fun of them and take a piss out of them. I am
All
just
right,
stating the truth right here.
all right then.
All right then. So it's Sade's turn. So she is. Feel free to speak. So,
Feel free to
Brad.
speak, Sid. Feel free to speak.
Anyway, for now,
Yeah.
a reminder, we don't want to start any arguments or any rackets right here because I don't
Yeah,
want
like
this.
we don't want to start like this petty drama. Like it already happened, and I felt like we need to stop it because I feel like I feel like people are not listening to my side of the story because I just wanted to
Okay,
like
whatever.
tell the truth.
If if Diana asks us if we can decide if it's whenever it's true or false, then we have the right to be honest. Like in the same way as what
All right.
I don't want to bring Brad's past up, but for honest this time,
Yeah,
it's
just be
Diana
on.
Garcia.
Yeah, be
It's
honest.
Diana Garcia's decide. So is she so I can let her if she can ask me to pick if it's true or false.
All right.
Okay then. Say you're free to talk, I'll be muted.
Yeah, yeah. It's just, this. It's just what you did to me and stuff was just so.
Hmm.
It
Yeah,
was
I
very
understand.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, I
And
was pretty understood. I understand.
I, I told, and like I said, I didn't. I told you every time I was uncomfortable. I was uncomfortable, but I gave in because I didn't want to feel like a bad person, and I didn't want to say anything out of fear and stuff, and
Look, look. I understand your fear. I pretty much understand your fear. And I'm not trying to like pressure you either. I'm not. I'm really not. From the perspective, I understand why you're like that. I understand because I think it's the tragic events that happened to you in the past.
Okay, I mean, like for many regards and topics, if I was an adult and if people were comfortable for it, then I wouldn't. And if people were not comfortable for it, then I wouldn't do that to them.
Yeah,
If
I
they were com
understand. Yeah, that
yeah,
makes
but
sense.
because I don't want to be outed as being a creep because it's wrong and I don't want that shit to happen. So I'll be unmuted. So Brad and everyone else in three of you stay muted. So except for Sade and Song and Julian,
Yeah.
be muted for
Anything else to say, Said?
well, it's just this stuff is just like it's just I don't know if I can trust you and stuff because what you did, and not only if Master Dragon Samurai.
if Diana has the right to decide if she is going to join NPC or whatnot, if she asks me to pick what I've decided, then it will be the decision of my making.
Yup.
All right, let me ping Diana for a minute.
All right. Ping her so that way I can like, cause I was trying to like tell my side of the story so that way I can make you guys understand what I'm trying to say, and try to prove my innocence because I feel like this is a very serious allegation, and I don't think family members should be involved in this case either, because it's just pointless. And it just makes the fighting more pointless.
I try not to get involved into too much situations
Yeah,
because I mean, like for starters, we don't want. I mean, like on God, because whenever it's up to me for to decide if it's actually going to be false or if I may believe if it's going to be true or whatnot. Or well, I'm saying it's like I'm being like the judge from the court order. So three of them from our witnesses and the four of them, for three of them, you have no right to talk. Sorry if I sound a bit rude, but that's just kind of reminds me like you're in a court case.
yeah, it's like a court case.
Okay, I'll be muted.
Right. You want me to mute?
It's your decision,
It's
so
your
you can speak,
decision.
carry on. It's your decision to speak, but I will have my time to be kept on for that thing. So you can carry on speaking, and if you finish your talking, then it's up for me to decide.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
I'm.
yeah, I felt kind of a little nervous when I was confronted, but I'm now trying to like try my best to like stay calm. You know what I mean? Like stay calm in a civilized manner. You know what I mean, right, Sid?
Yeah.
Now, What is there something you need to say?
It's just like I don't know if this is I don't know because part of me feel like this is just I don't know if this is some of it is true or some of it is false. I don't know. It's just like some of the stuff you did to those girls. Like why? And
I believe the allegation is a defamatory statement and it's false because I did not sexually harass them. I did not. All I did, all I really did to them was to like, flirt with them, you know what I mean? Like use the speak on jokes as a way to like flirt. They get the
yeah,
joke, they
but
get the joke.
the problem is you really shouldn't have tried to flirt with them. Most of them are either taken
Yeah, I understand
or
that.
or or
Yeah,
or,
yeah,
or
that
let
makes
me speak.
sense. Yeah, that makes
Let me
sense.
or
speak.
and I know one of them and one of them was a lesbian.
Yeah.
Or of them, or they are asexual.
Ah, I see. If they're not comfortable with it, that's okay. Yeah, I respected that. I respected their decision. You know what I mean? And let me point this out. I am not a groomer. I did not sexually harass any of the women that they mentioned because none of the women were sexually harassed. None of them. Now, I understand that they were
I
taken. I understand
I'm,
that.
I'm going to have the right to speak for that. When it ever comes to people like this, I can really understand what you are saying. I mean, like the
Yeah.
term the term groomer, while being misinterpreted, is meant to demonize people what they don't like. Like
Yes.
you can't groom an adult. I would say an adult can groom on a child, especially grooming and pedophilia have the same
So
common say if that no, let me speak.
when
Um, the same common meanings altogether, which means that's the term that applies to kid Dilla as well.
yeah, I understand
Okay,
that.
all right, all right. So, Sage, you are feel free to be muted, but I'll let Chris speak now. Chris, it's your turn.
So, accordingly, on another YouTube video, apparently stated that Ronald and Grimace and all that, and you say you were horny all the time, like, or you say you're just horny, or you said just once, because I'm pretty sure allegations have already been confirmed by the following. You've already said that you did not sexually harass, but however, what Sade already explained to you that you made her uncomfortable and you just didn't know. But what I want to know is
Let me tell you
why couldn't
something.
you at least avoid it and you could have at least just said no. And if she felt uncomfortable, that if she has a period, like for myself, if she was on a period and she doesn't want to see about it, all that made her comfortable, I just will not do it. So why can't
Yeah.
you like so here's an explanation to you. Now here's the question to you. Why couldn't you at least avoid it? And how would you do if she was uncomfortable? Like, is there any allegation or is there any confirmation between it? Like, it's gonna have to be
I
a without any denial question.
what question was it that you told me?
Stated the following. Now remember, I stated you the following that you said you did not sexually harass nor neither cheated in women, but what State already explained to you that there could be anyone that could be either be taken or pretty much about between of the lesbian. What she already explained to you, pretty much of it, and
Ah, I see.
and then what you did, like you did show her between like your own part of it, like your own parts of it, like, between them what you did. And I feel a little uncomfortable between it, but but why couldn't you at least avoid it when she's on period? And how couldn't you at least done that before? Like, is there any reasonable why?
The real reason why I was doing an NSFW session with her on a video call um while she was on the period. I think it's because I just wanted to, get like the sexual satisfaction in a way. Kind of like the Pew Muppet in a way. If you like get the joke. If you get the joke from like Pew Muppet videos, you definitely know what I'm talking about.
Mm, well. Mr. Kyle?
Um, I mean, like, you can carry on to
Yeah,
speak for a minute.
okay.
I'll only, it will be like, well,
Okay, I'll do that
I
one
will be,
question.
I'll do that. You will feel free to talk until whenever you finish talking, I'll decide.
Alright. Alright. Okay, so you said that you were doing it between sex and occasions or something, but you stated the following.
Yes.
But here's the problem. But you don't have any but that's not an excuse just to show it to her while she's on period.
That's
And
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
if you would have showed it to her, then she will feel comfortable to you without showing, without any some of these things that you did was a mistake. You could have just done that before if you would have not showed it. Like a water bottle, your
Hmm.
dildo and all that. Then you just show it to it like
Dildo? You mean the dildus?
no dildo. A
Come
dildo.
on,
Yeah,
come
I'm
on,
not.
come on. I was just trying to make a joke here. I was just trying to insert a funny bunch. I'm trying to insert a Drew Pickle joke, like using things as dildos, like ooh, ooh, ooh.
Okay, okay. Well, that's great, but I don't think I'm not joking around. I'm not laughing.
All right.
So in this continuation, so but whatever what you did was something that Diana doesn't even like, and what you just did to her. And well, she stated the following thing. She did tell you that you did cheat on her, apparently, but then you said you're not into this relationship between them accordingly. But that's my question. Why and how would you claim? What would you claim if you thought you did cheat on her on Diana, or you because you did for to sexually like NSFW explains pretty much sexual interjection, pretty much of it that you did show to Sade, aka Miss Rainbow. And what are the reasons why? What are your claims of it, and how would you
Hmm.
explain?
What would I explain?
You gotta explain. It's your response.
Ah, my response addressing the allegations, as in a way to like debunk it.
That's gotta be it. Right.
Because I've been trying to debunk the allegations myself and tried to like use my self defense, you know, to prove that I was innocent. So
Okay.
for Diana said I was in a polyamory relationship, like polyamorous relationship. Now, I did not cheated on both of them. I did not. So for because Sade and I were like, because I asked her if she wanted to be like, my girlfriend and stuff, and I think it was more of a friends with benefits. Diana and I are both friends with benefits in a way. We're friends with benefits.
Okay. Well. All right, Kyle. Back to you.
That's all I gotta do. That's what I'm trying to say, Chris. Thanks for listening.
Um, I'm holding on. I'm just asking someone.
All right, who are you asking? Diana?
Uh, Christmas jovial pictures. If he wants to be added, if not, that's fine.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna
Cause
wait. I'm
Cause
gonna wait
I'm
until.
tackling, I'm tackling the allegations against me, and I'm tackling it like in a perfect way. Because I did talk to you on Discord about the allegations and explain my side of the story with details.
Okay.
So I'm not here to like lie or anything. I'm trying to tell the truth. And if people think that I'm misinforming them, I apologize for that for misinforming them because I'm trying to like get as much detailed as possible. You know what I mean? Hmm.
I'm I'm gonna wait until if he decides.
All right.
All right, then I'll add jovial pictures into the like. Let me hold on. He's
During our
authorized.
court for the
No,
for
no
the
court.
for the court
No,
case.
no. This is a court group chat.
Oh, a court
Okay,
group
sure.
chat case.
Yes. Okay. Two people. You have the rights to remain your mics being muted. For many people, you have no right to shout or argue or be aggressive into this. Failure to do so will result themselves being removed in a group chat.
Yes.
Got it. I'll
All
mute
right,
myself right
sure.
now.
Okay. Now the next person in this question is Kenneth. So Kenneth, you are free to be unmuted.
You are free to list. You are
Now,
free.
now, now, carry on the talk, Kenneth. Now, please be for a friendly
Sorry.
reminder, be civil and don't use it aggressively in this VC. Otherwise, it will have to, or I will have no choice but to ask the owner to remove you or some shit.
Okay. Be
All
aggressive,
right,
man. I'm just gonna
all right.
like a
I'll be
lot.
muted. I'll be muted, so you can carry on the talk.
Alright. Sonic Aladdin. What have you been doing all day? What do you do with this underage girl at this photo? Explain why you've been doing this. And
What's
why you've
the
been doing this.
photo that you
You just
need? Do you know the photo
a
of it? Like, can you show it?
video, the exposed video that the police just uploaded about you were talking to an underage girl.
The
Remember?
underage girl? No, the underage girl that he's saying that I was grooming was actually 20 years old.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 20 years old. Cage Vista that he showed, Cage Vista was not a minor. She was 20 years old. Legal adult. She
Mm,
was born in 2003.
All right. So, Kenneth, mute your mic for a minute. So,
I don't know
okay,
what to say.
all right. The age in question, right? Is this information proven to be correct or wrong?
The information about Cage Vista being 20 years old is correct. I can show you. Um,
Okay, Cage Vista is in the question of it's permanently correct, which means the age in question of Cage Vista was 20 years old. Is this true or false?
true. Actually
Okay,
true.
all
Factually
right,
true.
Kenneth. All right, Kenneth. I'm not going to be rude onto you. That was kind of a little bit uncivil for a little bit. I'm not being mad or anything, but we don't want any starting of any arguments throughout this because it's this is made for what I've decided in this voice chat. So, Kenneth, you are feel free to speak, but you don't know what to say. All right, here you go. You can carry on to speak. I'll be muted.
Decision on Sonic Aladdin. Okay, so I don't know if I should make a decision on you, Sonic Aladdin. You think you did something like everything? I don't know what to say, bro, but wait, Kyle, can you unmute my just for a minute? I don't know what's going on. Kyle.
Will have to say I have my higher priority to make the decision. As of
Oh,
now,
this.
I will decide when this discussion is finished or whatnot. Well, when the court, when this has been proven, when this is true, or anything, if any speculation, well, if this is truth or speculation, we're going to know if I've decided or whatnot. So, so now, whenever it is meant to be spoken, I'll let myself decide. So you can carry on talking to Sonulianic, but if you finish talking, I'll decide what to speak
It's
because we
like a
have
question.
witness. Is
Or
well, all right. He's guilty until proven innocent. Not the time it's for me to decide. Okay.
no,
Mm-hmm.
Because whenever if it's true, whenever if it's false, I can guarantee.
Yeah.
right? So,
Alright,
okay. So, Kenneth, you can speak or be muted.
so Sonic Galactic. What have you been doing all day on Twitter? Is it true or false? What you've been liking stuff?
Hmm.
Like something that you like about that Adrian said to you was kind of like the perverse thing like you've been doing. Right now was kind of weird. Even you just like look at FOMO and like full of poop. I don't know, man. You just made a weird comment about something like you said about lollies and stuff. Is it true or false?
I think it's
Like on
false.
you sure?
Hmm.
No. Because he's a about the lolly thing, the Kyle sent me the Twitter thing of the freaking comment you said about lolly was a joke. I don't know if it's is it true or false about you. Do you like talking about jokes about lolly being fucked or no? If it's
I
true,
like telling
then
joke. I like telling jokes.
what kind of joke is that?
Like jokes for like Barty Bunch related, and I use like the boner gif as a joke to like make a joke about it. I just use it as a joke. Like,
Okay. What did Marty do at the joke?
what did I do with the joke?
No, what like the Barney thing.
The Barty Bunch related joke?
Wait, what is that supposed to mean? That joke?
The Barty Bunch
Yeah,
related joke is what I'm trying to say.
oh man,
John, I think, sorry for the disruption, John, you have the, I mean, like, as for me, for the judge, you have the right to be from muted. I apologize for the disruption. I don't want people to get the discussion stagpiled and disrupted, okay? Because we want
All right,
this
I'll mute
discussion.
myself.
All right, good.
all right. Step two. Also, sounding erotic. Why you have so much stuff like I don't know, man. Like I know you've been doing like crazy stuff and fucked up stuff, but not in an aggressive way. But why you have so much stuff like is it true or false? Like do you always looking at FOMO clutches like around like with the community? Have you been like supporting like one of the FOMO communities? Yes or no? Because
The
some of them
FUMO,
might
the FUMO community. Well, I do understand. Now, I do believe in the Fumos because I believe that the Fumos are innocent and they're just like cute looking dolls in a way.
the community
Okay, I'll speak. I mean, like some people in the Fumo community that are not innocent, there's some rabbit holes out there. I'm not.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, that makes sense. So let me
All
show
right.
you the let me show you something. Hold on. Let me go ahead and see what I can do. Hold on. Hold on. All right. So you guys see this? K Boss was born on March 24th, 2004. She was 19 years old. As for Girl of Purple Heart, she is 32 years old. 19, born in 1991.
okay.
So, in question, is the age confirmation, as I said again, is the age confirmation is completely true?
Completely true, yes.
Okay, then. Thank you for your honesty. So,
Yes, I am telling the truth.
now, final discussion for you, Joker. You will have the one for the last discussion in the call. But now the next one will be as like John's jovial pictures next after when you finish talking.
All
Okay.
right, I can't wait for him to for what he has to say, cause I
All right.
cause I was trying to tell people my side of the story and try to prove myself that I was innocent. It's all I'm trying to do. At least I'm trying to be honest about it.
Okay. So,
Mhm.
Kenneth, you'll feel free to speak, and then after this, we will let John speak.
Alright, man. Alright, let me ask one more thing. Sounding erotic. Maybe this okay, I don't know what to say, man, but what I might switch those. Okay, so I have a question. Why do you? Why do? Are you? Is it true or false? Like question. Why do you always make Drew Pickles back in the day when you always obsessed with making rape videos out of people on YouTube over
Well,
this kind?
why do I
Like,
make Drew
isn't that
Pickles raping all these men? Well, the point of this, I think the Drew Pickles videos that I make was to like take a piss out of them or like make fun of them in a way,
yeah?
like in a satirical way, in a trolling way.
But isn't raping a user that are underage is kind of taken too far? Yes or no?
I don't think that should be taken too far. Now, I understand from a point that it is taken too far, but sometimes I do it to like take a piss out of them, you know, like make fun of them in return. Because if they're the assholes that just kept beefing with me, I just make fun of them in return. Like make a Drew Pickles video taking a piss out of them in return.
Yeah, I guess Drew Pickles are meant to not to be funny, but it's kind of like weird about like Drew. I know Drew's like in his 30s, like raping is like making content about raping everything, like top characters. Like I don't know, man. It's kind of weird, man. I don't know much
I
about
Yeah,
it.
understand
according
that.
to, according to my calculations in the wiki, I think in his 60s or probably in his 70s from now. Maybe like be around like or in his 80s, like in 2023. I don't know. Like today's the year 2023, so yeah, I don't
He
know.
Yeah, he's
Like,
around in his
what
60s.
from now from 2021? Anyway, now say you'll be two of you will be mute. Guys, don't disrupt me while I'm trying to speak.
Can I be?
Two of you will be muted in this one. Chris, you have the. I mean, like, no, John, you have the right to remain and speak. So you'll feel free to unmute your mic.
Okay, so anyway, Sonulianic, or should I say Julian?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Even though you said this is a joke, I mean, couldn't you at least try to reason with these users at least? Like, try to be civil, I guess?
Mm, I
At least,
at least civil with them.
yeah, like, try to be civil. At least, try to reason with them a little bit, you know?
Yeah, I just decided to joke about it and say I told them that was a joke. Like Drew Pickle's videos are meant to be satirical in a way.
Yeah, I get that, but even I would have standards with certain Drew Pickles videos, like, not
Yeah.
just funny and cute Muppet characters, you know? Like
Mm-hmm.
babies and real children, for example.
Yeah. But Ivan Saucepov, that was his OC being raped by Drew Pickles, then his real self.
Is that
And
so?
yeah, and that was also and the Drew Pickles rape video of Vlad was also Vlad's VC, Vlad's OC. So I made that just to take a piss out of his OC, like make fun of his OC.
I mean, yeah, I made a video where Drew Pickles and the Barney Bunch raped the shit out of Kid Psycho. But to be fair, like in my state, in this Gurney, not Gurney, it's Chicago, Illinois. I believe the age of consent, or at least sex age legally, would be 17. At the time, he was 17, so guess that makes it okay, but not really.
Yeah, I
But
understand
nowadays,
that.
yeah, but nowadays I prefer not to do them on users, just because I don't want to make the situation worse for them. Even if it is of a user that's in jail, like Paul and Amy, or possibly Toon Critic Y2K.
Yeah, I understand your point of view.
Yeah, they'll still make those kind of videos, like Drew Pickles videos. Though mostly I'm just going to make them like where he goes to a random ass establishment and just fucks a random manager or something.
Fuck random managers. Yeah,
Yeah. Or even going to like other TV shows and movies that he hasn't been before.
yeah.
Yeah, but anyways, so let's see. You said it said that you what was it? Are you sure you didn't have any grooming with the minors?
Apologies for the
No.
disruption. Kawasi, you have the right to be muted when in people that are in discussion in this VCE. Okay, now from now on. John's jovial. If you want to finish the discussion, I'll let Kawasi talk.
Okay, I'm gonna finish this up real quick. I'll try and wrap this up. Anyways, don't you think you're making the situation a little worse when you do this to certain users?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do things a lot. I do things a little worse, but it's them that started it in the first place because they want every joke explained to them because they appear to be too stupid to understand how the joke, how the Speakotic community humor is supposed to work.
Then again, I guess we don't all have the same sense of humor, you know.
Yeah, not
Not
everybody.
everyone.
We all have different senses of humor. We all do.
Yeah, I mean, not every it's like who died and made us decide what's funny and what's not, you know. Anyways,
Nobody.
exactly, yeah,
It's only for you to decide which one is funny and which one is not.
yeah. I mean, that's a subjective word, funny.
Yep.
Yeah, well, most of the time it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, I guess I'm done here. So if the next person wants to talk, I'll let the mic over to them.
All right then. So, Kawasi, you'll feel free to speak, but in this regards of a topic, if anybody else in this court VC in this court group chat, anybody else who is arguing or using our talk for civil or using argumented talk or excessive or being too excessive or too uncivil, then then I will ask the owner of this group chat to have the right to remove you from the GC. So Kawasi, you're free, or Sullivan, or should I say, you are feel free to speak. Feel free to unmute your mic. Oh, I think she is muted. I'm gonna ping her.
Oh, hey, I can't really talk right now because I don't think I know any of the situation. So, yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay.
you are feel free to talk, but I don't mind. But if you don't know what Julian is, I'll be in the co-host of this discussion. If anybody else does not want to talk, or if anybody else doesn't know, like Sonulianic is, well, I want to have a providing of the description. So,
I also have something
anybody,
else I want to add, real quick.
I,
So,
well, let me ask, who is Julian? I want to have a full context about this person. Ask Sullivan for that. John, you are feel free to speak about that
yeah,
to
right.
her.
Yeah, I have to ask. So anyway, is it true that you're actually partially black and Latino?
Yes, black and Latino. My mom was black. My mom was a black Latino.
Okay, I'm just
So,
making.
so it's confirmed that you can, then you are canonically allowed to say the N word. Is this correct?
Yes, I believe so.
All right, then for this, okay, then you canonically are allowed to say it since you're a Latino because who made that assumption towards people in this event when that takes place? Who said that when Adrian was saying something to you in speculation? Was he calling you a racist for no reason?
Yes, he was calling me a racist for no reason.
Okay. Was the evidence meant to be backed up?
The evidence where I was called racist backed up? Yes. He said that I was
Okay.
racist to black people,
Okay.
despite myself, having the blackness from my mom's side.
All right then. That is considered to be true, but from now, John's jovial pictures, you are feel
Yes,
free to be muted and then
you just
say
call me
you are.
John. It's okay.
All right.
All right, John.
Rainbow Doggy Unicorn. Rainbow Doggy Unicorn, you are feel free to speak. I'll be muted.
Well, it's just like you got. I just want to say that you got people into some unnecessary mess with you, with what you did and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
Mm-hmm.
everyone feel like that's the Speakonia community have been treated like crap because of because of what you did, and you shouldn't have got them into an unnecessary mess instead of just I just really and like Kyle said you could have, or I don't know, Jovial said you could have talked to the person, you could have talked to them civilly and stuff, and maybe this would all been
Avoided. I mean, I
yeah.
wasn't trying to like drag anybody in the Speakonia community into this mess. I was trying to make them like be aware in a way.
But the problem is like they don't understand what they can't like not everyone is like don't want to be involved in this because like when the that video Michael of Random King of Random made.
Yeah, where he made a
um,
rant about me.
yeah, he really did had an issue. Like you put more effort in arguing people with that's unnecessary than just your videos, in which I think is it's pretty true because you're not supposed to. I think if they are you could have just ignored them and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Hmm.
and it would all go away. Yes, they're gonna keep attacking us, but guess what? You can block them and mute them, and they don't. If they make videos on you, that's on them.
Because they're the assholes who made it in the first place. And they're the assholes who started drama in the first place. So, you know what I say to people when they try to go after me over a Drew Pickles video or any Speak Order video? I say, you cannot, and I repeat, not bitch at me for it because you're the asshole who started it in the first place. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, you got a lot of people. Yeah, thanks to you, you got so many people who believe that the Speakonia community is like a toxic place, and
Even though it's
that's
obvious that not all Speak Order community members are toxic. Not all of them.
Let me speak for a minute. How did it, I need some curious question. How is there some people of the Speakonia community that are toxic? I want to know in question if it's completely true or whatnot.
it like for me, it's like some of these people often make videos on people they don't like on the internet, or sometimes make videos, or sometimes
Oh,
make a
oh,
lot of.
yeah. There's some people in the Speakonia community that are like, I heard one time there's some racists in the community by throwing out some random notorious bit
Ra-
British derogatory
racial slurs.
or or homophobic slurs.
Mm-hmm.
And I would find it's controversial, but some of the videos of it were taken down due to YouTube's community guidelines.
Mm-hmm.
Well, most of them are getting taken down for no reason, like
Which is
for no fuck.
bullshit.
This is why what we call is like shit tube now, or should I say spurg tube?
Or
I believe it's because YouTube, because they think, oh, these videos will have like sexual shit on there, but there's not even sexual stuff on there. It's
just
either
change
censored or
YouTube
just.
into YouTube.
I don't think that's really kind of offensive because there's a lot of Jewish people who don't like being called. You know what I'm saying? There's another Jew, and there's YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand. I'm sorry if I said racist shit about that. I'm for being or screwtube. Yeah, screwtube, screwtube, or
Or spurg tube.
or poop tube,
Or corporate tube.
copa
Yeah,
tube. What about copa tube? That one is funny.
yeah, all right. That's enough of the jokes. So say you are feel free to speak, but now let's be serious, right?
Yeah, let's all be serious for now.
Yeah, I just think you need to be. It's just like when this grooming allegation and stuff. Even though you could try to debunk it, the problem is people are still gonna say otherwise because, and that's on these people. If they want to forgive you or not, that's on them. It's like me, for example. I remember these people. I remember the people from the Harmony Horror community. I was in the Harmony Horror community server. Got really. I mean, one of their. I think I remember her Cherry Chan's friend showed their showed her that that pic, that fanfic I made that I later regret making because even though I'm trying to move on from that, they said
Mm,
when I talked to that person about, apparently I said they thought the person, apparently, horror, I don't know, horror, I don't know, was it horror addict or something? I know it was horror addict. Horror addict told me I was that person that made. They thought I made that fanfic on Thomas Gravewinder, who was a child with his with his with his with his bro with his, not his brother, his husband, not his husband, the
his
both,
wife.
um not his wife, his father, taking advantage of him and murdering him afterwards when I didn't. I was the one who made that fanfic of my, character Sloan getting taken advantage of. And she's an adult, keep in mind. I told
Hmm.
him that I was doing that because I was coping with my trauma and stuff. And now local horror
I
understands
feel
me in a way.
I feel kind of
And
bad for your trauma though. I kind of feel bad for that.
yeah, I got kicked out of that server afterwards, because I feel like I could have talked to them and explained how I felt, and I feel like they would, and like local, local, not horror addiction said, I understand you're getting the help you need, but not everyone's going to forgive you, and I understand not everyone's going to forgive you for that fanfic you made. You made everyone distraught and very upset, and I understand because I should have never made that fanfic. If I could go back in time, I would have never added it. I would have just, kept it to myself or make another fanfic better than that.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, and that's understandable. Like if you don't want to, if they don't want to forgive you, that's on them.
That's on them. That's on them. Like I'm not
Like,
asking for forgiveness. I am asking to prove I'm not asking for forgiveness or anything. And I wasn't even trying to like make it a apology or anything. I was trying to like tell my side of the story so that way I can tell everybody, including Diana, that I was innocent. You know what I mean? But the problem
yeah,
is people just don't want to believe me, and it sucks. And I
yeah,
have to deal
because
with it.
yeah, and it's going as far as someone trying to contact your family members about it.
Like my sister doesn't deserve it.
Yeah, I know.
That's why I had to delete them because none of those people never learn when to fucking stop. And I believe that Keegan and Adrian were the ones that are causing this even more. And I try to reason with Keegan, and I fought back calmly. Like I was trying to be civilized with him. You know what I mean? Trying to be
Yeah,
civilized, but he
yeah,
still
it's
wouldn't
just
listen.
it's just the problem is because you sexually harassing those women, and a lot of time when you sexually harass women, that's a worst thing to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, even though it was obvious that this was all misunderstood, because
Yeah,
I feel like Keegan's taking everything out of context without knowing the truth. I feel like if Keegan and others all listen to my side of the story first before after listening to boss side first after listening to K Boss side of the story, they would all believe me. They would understand what I'm trying to say.
yeah, it's just like you really shouldn't have done all. I really think you should have been. You could have just, none of this. I feel like none of this would have happened if you just, if you, I like I said, if you want to talk to someone with this about what you're going through, I feel like you just need therapy. Like you told me, I'm getting therapy, but I think you need therapy as well because this can go too far. You can take it to a little too far, and I know you say you're not going to take it too far, but I think otherwise. You know what I'm saying? Coming from someone who's seen how people take it too
Yeah,
far.
I understand that, but Keegan trying to contact my sister. This is the same way that happened with Kai Chan, because I remembered when Kylie was abused by Keegan in a way, and Keegan tried to like call the police on her, even threatening to call her sister and her father. That was like terrible. I was like, no, no, no. She doesn't deserve it. I'm like, no. Oh my god. I felt bad for Kai though. And I'm thankful that Keegan was forgiven for that. This
It's
almost
just
reminds me of Kaichan. This almost reminds me of that because I feel
I
like
I feel
because
like I have a theory that wasn't he a proxy to someone?
Keegan,
Yeah,
yeah, he was a proxy to someone.
because most people do stuff like this because they're a proxy to somebody. It happens. It can happen to anyone. It can happen to disabled people, children.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that can happen.
Yeah, coming from someone who's seen how many times I've seen a lot of disabled people being taken advantage of and sometimes getting in trouble for the stuff they didn't even know that was bad.
Or something that they didn't do.
Yeah.
But the good thing is, I debunked all the allegations made against me. I was able to debunk them because I was able to prove myself innocent, right, and tell my side of the story and explain everything. Like I talked to Chronic on Discord. I talked to Chronic and the others on Discord to explain my side of the story and prove my innocence.
Did they believe it?
Yes, they believe it.
Yeah, I just think you need to be careful because we live in a I'm just gonna say this. I believe the Me Too move was used for good, but then there's people who use it for bad, and that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? People will use anything that's good for bad reasons. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And as someone from a Superman from a super movie from the superhero movie I remember watching, with great powers come great responsibility.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah,
Heard, I heard one word of a wise word that I've heard. Remember, folks, actions bring consequences, and actions speak louder than words.
Yup. Always show, don't tell. Show, don't tell.
Yes. Okay. From now on, I will wait until before this one. From now, giving out the witnesses, they will decide to choose what if it's a voted for all the honest truth. That there will be questions from Diana that I'll let Diana Garcia to question. From now on, she will be offline throughout during the day for this during this tomorrow from this one. But I will say this at this time. From this day, we will be waiting to see from this decision to whenever it comes. And even if it's true, and we're going to let the honest because I'm the judge from this call.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever it is, people, we don't want arguments to be sworn or any conversations will be disrupted.
Yes, we
The
do
four, three
not.
of you, and four of you, like Sade and not Mangle, John's Jovial Productions, and and and
Brad.
um Brad, of course. The three of you unmute yourselves. Do I have to make
All
three of
right, I
you,
muted
two of
myself.
you, two of you unmute yourselves? All right. Okay. What about you, not Mangle? All right. For now, in this court VC, from now, do I have
Yeah.
to make my the three of you, one, two, three, John and not Mangle and Emo Shadow Blade? Do I have to make myself clear for tomorrow that we don't want the arguments? Is there any of an understanding?
Correct. Yes.
Alright.
All right.
So, what time will this start tomorrow exactly? Because I got work in the morning.
Well, it will start during the afternoon for tomorrow, on New Year's Day. Remember,
What?
folks, it's
What time?
on
So
December.
on Monday. Well, I mean that's a week from today.
Probably like until when Diana Garcia comes online. If she is, feel free to be in the VC. Whenever this makes a decide for this, this has to be told. Okay,
Yep.
like
Mhm.
have a happy year, but Sonia Laniak, I'm not trying to drag you into any drama or something else, but I think you might need to stay in the GC. And once if my decision has been changed,
All
unless if
right.
my decision whenever I decide, or whenever it's not to be true, or whenever I decide if it's going to be proven guilty or innocent.
All right.
Okay. Okay.
And I will unblock you, Sonulianic, once all this is done. If you are proven innocent, then I will definitely unblock you.
And everybody will say that I'm not guilty.
All right.
It
Fair
only
I,
enough.
depends
It's
whether
the
or
vast
not.
majority, yes.
It only depends whether or not I'm guilty or not.
yeah,
All right.
I'll unblock you afterwards. I'll unblock you when you if you're proven, innocent, and I'll possibly make an apology post if I can.
And I'll make sure. I mean, I've been recording this.
Okay.
By the time we were all talking, because I wanted to tell like my side of the story.
Right.
All right. Fair enough. So I'll
And what's
wait
and
until
what
this.
wait and
I'll wait. I'll wait. We will wait until this is proven guilty or innocent. From now
And if it's
on,
proven
you
innocent,
are
I will also take back what I said in that recent Speakonia video I made.
mm-hmm,
You know,
yeah.
like the whole "go fuck yourself, you sick piece of shit" motherfucker line. I will partially disown that video for that line alone.
All
mm-hmm.
right. Okay. Now, from now on, you can leave the VC, but by for tomorrow, I'll wait until Diana Garcia is online, or I might even change my mind. So please
Yep.
keep that in mind.
Yep.
So
And
anyway,
once when I'm
have a
done with the and once we're done with the recording and stuff, I'll 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 save it, upload it to Mega, and then give it to all of you,
all right,
we can see,
all
so that
right,
way
all
I
right.
can make Diana see if she could prove me guilty or not guilty.
Well, I'm the judge. It's
All
whatever
right.
when I decide.
All
Well,
right. Got
she's
it.
well, what is it called when people have the right to speak in a court? What is it called?
The
Uh,
the witness and the jury.
Oh, the witness and a jury. Okay.
yeah, we find a defendant guilty.
Whenever I decide, whenever the witness and the jury or the jury decides, we can have the right to speak whenever it is ever.
We will
Anyway,
decide what we find you to be.
All right.
as long as the court owner of this VC, I'm not the owner of the group chat, but I am the owner, I am the court owner. But before by tomorrow, everyone else in the VC will have the right to remain silent until I decide to let the jury or the witness to speak.
All right.
Okay, got it.
Okay,
Yes, sir,
and the
you honor.
jury and then the jury and the witness has the right to not be uncivil or not argue because failure to do so, I'll ask the owner to remove you. And I don't want the drama to start with the argument, people. But be remember,
Because we don't want arguments spreading any further.
all
We
right,
don't
fair
need
enough.
more drama.
Okay, but for now, I will leave the GC and I'll let the so I'll leave the GC. No, I won't leave the GC. I will leave the call, but I'll stay here for tomorrow. But
All
Yes,
right.
you
no,
honor.
all right, I'll
I'll
leave
stay here
that.
too.
Okay, for now. Okay, whenever I decide if Diana's in the VC or not, I will decide whether if it's true or whenever it's guilty or innocent,
As in not guilty.
as in not guilty.
Correct.
Okay, so I'll feel free to I'll feel free to you can guys leave the call. So have a good day
Good night,
and
guys.
Good night.
night, people.
See,
At least I tried. At least I tried to tell my side of the story.
yeah.
Yep.
Because it was kind
All
of hard
right,
to do.
yeah, but sure for tomorrow I'll be waiting. So you guys can actually leave the VC for now. I mean, like
All right.
the trial hasn't been ended, but we will might know if Diana's in VC or not. So the two of you are feel free to leave,
All right.
especially you, Sonulianic.
All
All
right.
right.
Thanks.
So
Because
stayed,
I'll leave first.
and then Sade.
Yeah.
All right, you can leave now, Sade.
Yeah, I'm about to go. See ya.
Thank you, Said. Thank you so much for everything, everybody.